is Monday, November 8th, I want to say. Today I am just getting back from, oh my goodness. Honestly, man. All right, so just getting back, whoa, phone is falling. There we go. Just getting back from being out from a sub on Friday. I went up to Tallahassee, had a wonderful weekend. You guys know I used to live there. I went to school up there, so it was wonderful. Absolutely loved it. Great weekend. But anywho, so I'm coming in this morning and just like assessing the damage kind of situation, you know. There's just trash everywhere. I don't understand. When I was a sub, it was like, you better clean everything up. We didn't leave until everything was cleaned up. Now, granted, there were like a few classes here and there where like the kids were like god awful and like they weren't listening to me whatsoever. So like I would stay and clean up after to like make it look a little bit better for the teacher coming in because I'm respectful. But you know, some people just don't think the same way as I do. And I don't know, it's just frustrating. But anywho, I have a great week planned. I plan out all these like fun lessons for this week, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna get myself all situated, ready this morning, and then I'll kind of give you guys like the rundown, maybe like at planning if I have time. I do have duty this morning, so I probably won't have time to talk to you again this morning, but we'll see. Who knows? All right. Hi everyone. So this morning we, from math, did a whiteboard review, just questions for the test, you know, casual, whatever. Science, we did this page from a bundle I bought off of TPT a while ago. I can link it down below for you guys, but it has like fill in the blank notes about matter. So we talked about all the 5 senses with a Thanksgiving dinner, so very on theme for this month. And then after that, with a partner, they worked on using their 5 senses to talk about a camping trip. So what kind of things they would smell, taste, touch, texture, things like that. So they like made a little 5-column chart and did a couple examples in each. And then we came together and talked about it. So I like painted them a picture. I put on a little campfire and on my smart board to just set the mood, you know. So that's what we did for science. And then Triple I just gave them time to work. I only have 3 days this week to do Triple I. So I figured, I'm not going to start a book with them. So I just went ahead and let them, you know, work on some of their online programs and whatnot for reading. So that was the plan this morning. So it went very well this morning. Got everything done that I wanted to. So now same thing with afternoon group. So hopefully it goes well. Fingers crossed. I'll let you guys know. So the rest of the day went well, got all of my stuff done, and taught through my afternoon group, and everything went well with them. So yeah, that was the end of my Monday. Let's head on to Tuesday. everyone, happy Tuesday. Today is testing day. I am giving the kids the big giant unit test on units 3 through 6. That's right, people, 4 units. It's gonna be insane. It's a long one. So I'm basically giving them the full 2 hours, 2:15, whatever it is that I have with them to work on it. Gonna do morning meeting with my morning group and then jump straight into giving them their tests. So yeah, I do have retesting things as well for other standards that we've already covered throughout the school year. So I went through yesterday and saw who needed to retest on those standards. So I'm gonna give those to them today if they finish early and start just kind of going through it and hopefully get through them all by Wednesday, so that way Thursday I can do report cards and have said that I retested them. I probably should have started that last week, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm a little behind, yeah. So that's the plan for today, a pretty easy peasy day. I do have my 3 kids who come in for science, and I only have 2 computers left now, if you guys saw that over there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do because those 3 kids come in and they don't bring their laptops with them to class. So maybe I'll just ask if they can bring their laptops from now on. But that's gonna be a lot of like extra remembering, like bring your laptop with you. So I don't know, I feel like that's my only option. But anywho, I'm going to kind of get myself situated this morning, get everything ready to go, and yeah, that's kind of the plan. Oh, the rest of my day yesterday went decent. And afternoon group, you know, you guys know how my afternoon group is, so they were the same old, how they always are. So that was unfortunate, but you know what? It's only the few, and I've kind of got them pinpointed down who the few are. It's like the same core group of 4 or 5 kids. So you know what? I need to just kind of tune them out and focus on the good ones, because otherwise it's going to drive me crazy for the rest of the year. Oh, big news, big news. Sorry, this is a long talking clip. Bear with me. Promise I'll show you guys some stuff I do soon. Big news. First off, this is my last week with aftercare in my room. Today and tomorrow and Friday. It's my last day, I think. I think Friday's my last day. Second big news, we found out yesterday at our faculty meeting that we are officially all going to be self-contained next year, which I'm kind of excited about. I miss teaching reading and writing. I mean, I teach reading intervention, but it's not the same. It's so rushed. So I'm kind of excited for it, but I'm also really nervous because it's not the same as the reading that they're doing now. Like, reading they're doing now, they have plans on this thing we have called Blender that the district makes, but it's not like based on like a textbook. It's more based off of like novel studies and stuff like that, as from what I'm understanding from the other teachers that teach it. And now we're going back to having like a reading series, so like a curriculum type of thing. So I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. I guess it'll be good to have something as a basis to like go off of for the first few months as I'm like getting to swing back into reading, but I don't know, we'll see. But anywho, it's about 7, so I need to get started because I do have duty this morning, so I'll catch up with you guys somewhere along the way. Hi everyone, so it is lunchtime now. I've actually met with my morning group. So I've met with my morning group and we took our test. It took them absolutely forever, some of them. Some of them didn't finish, but they get extra time. Just went off to go pick up the kids, so I'm gonna make this quick. Met with my afternoon group for science time. So my kids that come in just for science, I just have them work on a math coloring worksheet thing, and then the rest of the kids worked on their tests, and that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. I started grading my morning groups. Pro tip, definitely have a grade sheet ready, so as they turn in the test, you guys can start grading it right away, as long as you're not having to read questions. But yeah, not looking great. I had about 3 kids make above 70%, so, and that's like my line of like you're passing is 70%, so not looking great. So testing, like I said, took pretty much all day that day, so I didn't really get much done other than that. I graded papers, graded the test, kind of got myself organized while the kids were testing, read test questions, because I got to provide those accommodations. But that's pretty much it for that day. So let's move on to Wednesday. Good morning, everyone. Oh wait, hold please. Door, gotta close door. All right, back at it. Good morning. It is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. We got the 90s clip in the hair today. We got a Stitch Fix favorite shirt. Old Navy pants from forever ago that you guys see me wear a million times. But that's the fit today. Just figured I'd share because I feel very fall-ish. It's 60s in South Florida right now. Wild. So plan for today. Today is kind of like the last day of the trimester, so we are going full force of getting everything situated, and kind of have a lot to do, and honestly probably won't finish it all today. So first problem of the day, we got to do our Wednesday problem. This is from my afternoon group yesterday. We didn't have enough time to do our Tuesday problem of the day, so that's to start with. Some of my kiddos, I'm going to cover up names here. Some of my kiddos are working on finishing their tests this morning that they didn't finish yesterday. Only about 3 of them in my morning group didn't finish, so they'll do that, and then the rest of them are going to start on working on this retesting packet. So I've been reteaching a lot of these skills in small groups, so I'm retesting them to see before the end of the trimester if they've mastered it or not. So I just pulled these like standard mastery pages off of our curriculum. What is it? Envision that we have. So I just pulled these for each standard, so they have a few questions for each to show me if they mastered it or not. So that's what a few of them need to work on. Some of them started it yesterday because they finished their test, so I gave them time to work on it, and some of them have yet to start. So yeah. Afternoon group, I have one kid who needs to finish her test, but she's from another class, so I might hand it to her teacher and ask her if she can finish it this morning, just so that way that afternoon group can just full start on their retesting packet. And then after that, we are going to start factors. So these factor note pages that we're going to do. So I'm going to explain to them what a factor is, a factor pair. And then from there, we are going to practice. So we have some practice pages. These are from a bundle that I got off of TPT a while ago. I mentioned them a bunch of times. I use all their note pages. It's fantastic. So we're going to do that. And then if we have time, which hopefully we will, we'll be making the turkey. So the kids basically, I'll show you the finished product. I think I showed you it earlier in this video, but they're going to start with this page. So it's like a turkey factor page. So they first are going to draw a number out of my baggie. And I have my answer key here, so I can easily just like look up to make sure they have all the factors. And what they're going to have to do is probably on a sticky note or a separate sheet of paper, I'll have them write down the factor pairs, and they have to come get it checked by me. And then I'll give them this page to do. So what they're going to do is make a rainbow of their factor pairs on here. They're going to list out the factors and how many factors that number has. And then once they got that done, they'll come up to me and get their turkey supplies to make their factor turkey. And at the end, we'll put it all together. So hold please, I'm going to show you guys the end product. All right, this is the end product. So I'm giving them the example to show them. So you put the number in the middle, you put all the factors across the top, and then you put out the multiplication problems in the little, I don't know, whatever this is called. And then here's the paper they'll start with. So I just glued it on so they could be together. And yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. So we got a lot planned. Today is also PLC day, but our PLC coordinator is at a training, so I don't know if we're actually having it or not. I need to check my email to see what my team voted on. And yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. So lots to do today. I'm gonna get myself situated. I do have morning duty again. I told you guys it's the first day of the trimester, or last day of the trimester, so tomorrow is teacher work day, so I'll be able to get all my report card stuff done, and we're getting laptops tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys more about that tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a busy week so far, so I'm gonna get to it, and I'll chat with you guys sometime along the way. So it is planning now. So far, so good. The morning was a little chaotic. I definitely learned some things about how to do crafts with 4th graders. Haven't done one in a while, so kind of forgot how explicit of directions you need. They can't just look at an example. So I am going to be more explicit with these kids coming in, especially since I know they need more directions than the first group. So, yeah. I literally, it's just such a mood shift from my morning group to my afternoon group. And it's really only like 4 of them, but I just, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. They are so irritating and annoying and just rude. Like, it's like the same 4 kids are just rude all day, and they won't close their mouths. And I can't even do fun things because it's like taking away from the rest of the kids. Like, their attention is just, all the attention's being drawn to them instead of on the fun things like making this turkey craft. And like, I can't. I'm so frustrated with them. It's just, I don't understand. Like, I asked them to do the easiest thing, a number on a card, write the factor pairs after we just went over the factors. And all I hear is, and some of them I'm even helping them with telling them which one of the factors, and they have to just find the other factor. And it's like just complaint after complaint after complaint. And it's like, they don't want to put in any effort. They don't care to learn. They don't care to do anything fun. It's just, I don't get it. And that part, the complaining part, is about more than just those 4 kids. Like, it's a lot of them are doing that. And I'm just so angry. And I hate it every day. I'm angry at the end of the day because of this group. I hate it. So clearly you guys can see I was very frustrated Wednesday after dropping my kids off at recess and lunch. I did bring them back from lunch, and they did get a little bit more done of the craft. And they weren't as complaining, but they still complained quite a bit. So I wasn't really looking forward to finishing up that craft with them on Friday. And to be honest, most of them didn't finish. So I'll talk more about that when we get to the Friday day. But yeah, I don't know. I might start having to plan different things for my morning group versus my afternoon group. I really hate to do that because I would love to be able to do the same thing and keep it easy peasy, but I don't know. I might have to switch some things up here. Good morning. It is a teacher work day. So happy. This morning I'm very cozy. I got my Catherine Manning merch on, Create a Life You Love. Create a Life You Love. Oh my god, it is so soft. I love it. Very perfect teacher work day sweater. So very excited about that. Like I said, today's teacher work day, so we have a lot to get done. First on the list is going through and grading all my reteach packets from yesterday and the day before, putting that data into my spreadsheet, updating my spreadsheet with the tests from the last couple of days, all the scores in there, and then going through and marking report cards. So gonna do that first. Once I get done with that, I'm going to go through and kind of just clean up a little bit, maybe dust a little, wipe some things down because it's pretty gross in here. I haven't done that since the last teacher work day, which was a while ago. And then from there, we will kind of see what the day brings us, maybe put stuff out on desk so stuff is ready. I do have to prep tomorrow's science activity, which I'll share with you guys. And then what other things that I need to do? Oh, and I want to start planning for next week. So that's kind of the plan. So I'll share with you guys what I do throughout the day and kind of check in with you guys. So I'm going to get to it right now. So another thing I want to add in here real quick is I love teacher work days because I can turn my smartboard into a giant TV and watch YouTube videos all day. So I'm going to get caught up on a lot of videos. I was going to do it last night and then I was like, wait, teacher work day tomorrow. I got to save all my videos. So let me show you. So there it is. I pulled it up closer to me so I could see it better. And we got Catherine Manning on. How fitting with my Catherine Manning shirt. Love it. So I don't know if you guys have this or not, but we do standards-based grading. We don't do like grades A, B, C, D, F. But so we have this spreadsheet. Thought someone was calling into my room. Okay. So anywho, so we have this spreadsheet and it allows me to go through all the tests and see each of the standards and like it's clustered together. So we have 3 clusters that are going on this report card that we've taught and tested. So I'm able to kind of go through and see like what their scores were individually for each of these standards and each of these clusters and like put the clusters together to see were they proficient or exceeds expectations, but I don't have any of those. So proficient, approaching, or needs development. So that's kind of like the scale that we go off of. And so I'm able to kind of go through that and see that on a more like visual basis, and it does it by colors. So green being either EX or PR, so exceeds expectation or proficient, and then yellow being approaching, like they're close but they're not fully mastering it yet, and then red being ooh, they're nowhere near close. So that's nice, and I like it. Our district came up with it this year, I think. Maybe in years past they've had it, but I didn't see it last year, so I'm using it this year. One of the standards I was actually able to go back and retest because we haven't tested on that since Unit 2, and all the other 2 clusters have been brought back up in this last test. So I kind of just left that as like that was their retest since it was tested literally 2 days ago. So gonna go through and mark based on like where they are as far as how much points they got off of those standards on those tests, and then kind of go through and mark now. So I'll show you that. I went through and blocked out names so you can't see the names there, but you guys can see here like this person got 3 out of 3, 3 out of 3, 3 out of 3, and then they went to 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4, and 2 out of 3. So that would be approaching. This one is mastery. So, and then you can see here the standard for each of these, and then what test it was on. So, and then it goes into each of the clusters. So, it's kind of nice. It's honestly a little bit involved, but it's good because then if a parent does come back to me, I can say, here's the data I have, here's what they tested on,
and I gave them all these chances, because that's like another thing, is like you don't want to just test them once and then be like, oh, they didn't master it. You got to give them multiple chances to test on it, because they might not have gotten it that day, but a week later they might have gotten it. So that's why we give these tests that have multiple chapters on it, because those standards get retaught and retested again. So it's kind of annoying to have a test that has multiple chapters on it, but you know, it does have some pros for us in the sense that we can say we tested it again. But yeah, so I'm gonna go through, get that done this morning, and then I'll catch up with you guys probably when I'm done with it. I'm enjoying my TV with Catherine Manning on it. It's been lovely. So I finally finished doing all the retesting and entering all the scores in onto my spreadsheet. So now it's time to go in and put them on the report cards. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted, because my next door neighbor is playing really loud music. So I'm gonna go. I'm watching Alicia Marie on YouTube now, because I'm all caught up on Catherine Manning. So I'm finally done with report cards. I obviously have a new setup. I have a laptop now. They came in and switched it out. It's like a district initiative at the beginning of the year, and we finally got ours. I went through and cleaned out desks and wiped them down so that they're a little bit cleaner. I still want to wipe down counters. And what else? Oh, I want to start working on plans for next week. And I got a bunch of social studies magazines that I'm going to go through, sort through, and kind of hand out to everyone. So that's kind of the game plan. It's about 11:30, so got plenty of time. Probably will go to Publix soon and get some lunch. Alright guys, so I am leaving the school now. Obviously I'm driving, so I hope you guys can hear me. Not really sure. I can't really look at the camera, so I don't know what's going on. Hopefully the video's okay. But anywho, it's like noon and I'm leaving. I was gonna go and get lunch and come back, but I'm like, why? I have everything done, ready for tomorrow. I pretty much have everything planned out for next week. So I feel like I might as well just go home and enjoy my day. So report cards are done. So that's about it for Thursday. I'll fill you guys in on how my mystery matter activity goes tomorrow, how the turkeys end up turning out, and that's about it. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and I'll let you know what's going on. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. Thank goodness. I wanted to start off today by just saying thank you to all those of you who donated to my family members. What's it called? GoFundMe. As you guys know, I mentioned that she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and she's a very important part of our family. And so I just want to thank you all for taking the time and donating, because it really helps, and every little bit counts. So if you do still want to donate, I will leave that link down below in my description. We have met our funding goal, but obviously there's going to be more things that come up throughout
this time, so every little bit will help. So anywho, like I said, it is Friday, so I got here about like 6:40 something, and I'm just trying to kind of get myself ready for the day, but I can't figure out how to get my laptop. Like, it's on, but nothing's happening. It's just sitting there, blank screen. Like, my mouse, I can see it, but nothing's happening. And I kind of need it. I use my document camera for pretty much everything. I guess I don't really need it today, because what I'm doing today, I could do on the whiteboard and just write it really big, but I would like to have it for today because it makes it easier. I also have a charger here, and I'm like, do I need to charge it? Because it's plugged into the other thing. I don't know. I'm very confused at all of this. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan this morning, to try to figure this out. I also have this lovely guy here of my to-do list, and I want to get all that stuff planned for next week. I would like to have it done today, so I might stay a little bit later today to get that done if I don't get it all done. And then I also want to go through, let me show you guys. I have those boxes over there, and those boxes are filled with social studies newspapers, I guess. So I want to go through those and kind of hand them out, because I think it's for the whole grade level, because I never ordered them, so kind of confused. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. Hopefully I'll have time to get to that this morning. I mean, if my laptop doesn't turn on, then I'll definitely have time for it. So I think first I'm gonna go grab a triple-I book for next week out of the book room, and then hopefully my laptop will be on by then. If not, we'll go through the social studies stuff. All right, so we got our book, and I think I'm gonna switch back to literature now, because I remember my coworker, like my partner teacher, saying that she would be doing literature come November again, so I'm gonna start doing that now. Well, next week. And then I came back and my laptop's still not turned on, so I'm like very confused. I don't know. Alrighty, so that is the end of my week. Friday was okay. We just spent the day kind of getting turkeys done. Science and matter activity was so fun. Let me talk about that for a second. So what I did was, part of that science bundle, I'm linking it down below for you guys, was a mystery matter activity. And basically what the kids do is, or what the teacher does, is they set up 5 cups. I used bags because I didn't have cups, and you put matter inside of them. So I did all solids because I'm not trying to have the kids put their hands in liquids, and gas doesn't really make sense. So I did all solids, and what they have to do is use their senses to guess what's inside the bag and describe what's inside the bag. So I told them they had to do 3 adjectives. So they took turns putting their hands inside the bag, smelling inside the bag, and listening to see if it made any noise. And it was really fun. Like one of them, I did this like rubbery snake thing, and they thought it was a real life animal. And then another one, I did cotton balls, and they thought it was like fur from an animal. Like they thought it was an animal in there. So that was really fun. And it was just fun to see them like get excited about science, because I do a lot of notes. And one thing that I love about this bundle is it has notes, but it also has
built in like activities as well. And I haven't been doing the activities because of the groups that I have. Well, my afternoon group, and I don't want to plan something for my morning group and then something different for my afternoon group, but I think I'm gonna just start doing that. And if they like, I'm gonna plan the activity, and if they can't handle it, then we'll pull out our textbooks and do the textbook work instead. So I think that'll be kind of like my like backup plan if the activity doesn't go well. So but it was really fun. My afternoon group did not finish their turkeys. Some of them finished, but some of them are still working on it. I have a few people in my morning group still working on theirs, so they'll have to finish that sometime this next week. Factors, I think they're pretty good on factors. It's mostly they just don't know their multiplication facts. So still practicing those. And we're moving into multiples next week. So I'll be sure to share with you guys what I'm doing for multiples. I have some science activities planned for next week as well, so I'm excited about that. I actually have some of the materials here, so I have to prep those this weekend. So yeah, pretty good week. I guess I'll catch up with you guys next week. I hope you all are doing well. Again, thank you so much for donating to my family members. Donors are not donors choose. GoFundMe page. If you want to still donate, I'll link it down below. Also, thank you to all the veterans who have served and those people who are still serving right now. It means so much to all of us. It means so much to me. So hope you all are doing well. Have a good weekend, and I will catch up with you guys somewhere along the way.